Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming, and it's another classic today. We are playing Robocop versus the Terminator. Legendary shooter, platform shooter with lots of secrets to uncover, and we're going to go through all of them today because I actually know this game quite well. So, basic summary of the story: Robocop had basically his design was co-opted by Cyberdyne, which led to the creation of Skynet. So it's essentially a merging of the two universes. And after Skynet is brought online, becomes self-aware, launches a war on mankind, you know the drill, and then Robocop helps the resistance to stop Skynet, but in doing so, he compels Skynet to send Terminators back through time, which they do, and then it all kind of comes together. Robocop, once again, has to go back to the future, see what I did there, in order to stop Skynet. So, let's get into it. Okay, so each level has a prime directive. The prime directive of level 1 is just to avoid the bullets. So, it's a training level, as it says. Pretty easy, just keep going and avoid getting hit as much as you can. But you are going to get hit in this game because, well, it's a shooter and it's a bit of a what they call a bullet hell shooter. Nice little touch there, this guy. His weapon, the Cobra Assault Cannon. State of the art, bang bang, as they say in the movie. There's lots of nice little nods to both the Terminator and the Robocop movies in this game. There was talk for a long time of them actually making a Robocop versus Terminator movie, but sadly it never happened. And sadly, Alien versus Predator did instead. So we've now got a shotgun. An explosive shotgun. And there's a grenade launcher, which will be of good use on the first boss here. And he goes down very quickly. Now, level 2, just the streets of Detroit, gives us a chance to get our first secret level. So let's get into that. And there really is a plethora of weapons in this game, but there's two in particular that I really recommend, being the Ed 209 Gatling gun and the laser rifle, which we'll get towards the end of the game, or earlier if we manage to pick it up in the secret levels. There's one of our hostages we have to rescue, and there's another one. We're just going through here, catching up with all the hostages and getting the bad guys out. Now, secret level time. So we go over here, drop down, get the pickups, jump into this wall and press up. And presto, we are in the secret OCP office. And this gives us a chance to get some really good weapons early on in the game. For starters, the flamethrower, which is not that strong a weapon, but it has the added bonus of absorbing enemy bullets. So it's a good defensive weapon. Our first encounter with a T-800 there. So we're just ambling along here, getting our weapons and energy, and there'll be some extra lives in a minute as well, which will come in handy later. There's our first extra life. And chance for some extra health here, which was perfectly timed actually, just when we needed it. Take him out. And now, once we go down here, we can get our first high-powered weapon. But we'll get the extra life first. So this is a changing power-up, so it basically rotates through all the weapons in the game. But the one I want is the Ed 209 gun. So there we go, Ed 209 gun is ours. And this essentially makes the first half of the game pretty much a cakewalk, because it shreds everything. And even into the late game, it's very good on bosses. But what you have to do is, if your health gets low, you have to switch out to your weaker weapon. Because when you lose a life, you will also lose whatever weapon you've got equipped at that time. So we don't want to lose the Ed gun if we can avoid it. So of course in the late game, if you're carrying two excellent weapons, you're going to have to sacrifice one of them. So this guy's just annoyed me now. I'm going to get him. There we go. Molotovs there. I'm more of a whiskey man myself, but hey, whatever floats your boat. And we go across the high wire here. Jump right through the bad guys. Rescue hostage. Rescue another hostage. And in a moment, we will come to the level boss. Not him, he's just a sub-boss now. Here he is, T800. So first of all, he's lightly damaged. Then he goes full skeleton. And then one more and he's down. Level 2 clear. On to level 3, and the extra lives are piling up now. Which is good, because we're going to need them when we get into the later stages of this game. So this time, Delta City construction site, we're going to take out the security cameras, but also if we take out these overhead lights, they will sometimes drop bonuses, so they're worth it, like that for example. And there's a cameo at the end of this level from a familiar villain to those who watch the movies. Familiar if not beloved. Really is something just quite satisfying about just getting Robocop, getting a really powerful weapon and just mowing through bad guys. It's kind of cathartic, isn't it? There's another extra life. It's a bit like playing a Batman game or a Superman game, isn't it? You know, you just the power fantasy, I guess, is nice. Just to cut loose and just waste the bad guys. Also note how Robocop actually walks quite slowly, but when he's on a rope or on a ladder, he's like a damn greyhound. Jump through here. No, not through here. Sorry. No, not here. Later on in the level, there's an extra life. I thought that was it, but it's not. And there's a security camera, and you notice that doing something towards our objective will give us a boost back up to full health as well. Another extra life, which is good because I don't like being stuck on 13 for completely irrational, superstitious reasons. Okay, take this guy out. This is it. So you jump through here, and there's another extra life. keep taking these guys down. All very simple stuff. It's funny, for all that Delta City was like a major plot point in the, well, in all three movies, we never actually really saw it completed. So, I don't know if we'll actually see a proper representation of Delta City in a future Robocop story or not. I know there is a TV series being planned at the moment, but I don't know if it connects to or is a sequel to the existing movies, or... Pretty sure it's got nothing to do with the reboot, but apart from that... And there he is, Robocop 2. But with the Ed gun, he's not going to last very long. Yeah. Take him down very quickly and get an extra life in the process. So we move on now to the toxic waste farm, which is the next level. Now, this might be familiar surroundings if you've seen the movies, because I'm pretty sure this level is based on the steel mill at the end of Robocop 1, where he finally gets his revenge on all the bad guys. And each one of their deaths is increasingly gruesome, but you know what? Satisfying. Because they deserved it. I downshifted to my weaker weapon there, just in case I didn't clear that jump. But we're safe now. Now, jump in here. Press up, and it's a secret level. So this time it's the secret construction site. So basically the last level, but with different colours, and a lot more bonuses available to us. Just keep moving up here. A lot more verticality in this level than there was in the previous level as well. So, changing power up here. And we now have the two most powerful weapons in the game. The laser rifle and the Ed gun. Ed gun is best on human enemies, and the laser gun is best on Terminators. But the Ed gun is always more effective on bosses just because of its fire rate. Some baby food there. That's Robocop's energy, is the, you know, what was jokingly referred to as baby food in the movies. The rudimentary paste that sustains his organics. Now we just keep mowing through these guys. Oh dear, missed the platform, gonna have to do that again. What you want to do is when you're moving along these lines at high speed, use it to build momentum so you can propel yourself a bit further forward than Robocop would normally jump. And that enables you to easily reach the ladders and things that are ahead of you. Oh. Nice timely health power up there. And an extra life. More health. slight slowdown there because I think we moved a little too quickly, but that's okay. And this is the boss. Again, with the Ed gun, it's over in a matter of seconds. And on to the next level. Next up, it's the OCP offices. So this is going to be fun. Now first, jump in here, and we got a little secret to explore. Take out the SWAT guy. Get the extra life. Now, we go into this doorway here. Take out the Terminator. Now is we go in here and press up, and we've now found the secret streets exit. And it's lucky we have that laser rifle because there's a lot of Terminators in here. But even with the laser rifle, the T-800s that have got skin on them will still take 2 hits. Basically 1 hit for filleting, 1 hit for pulverizing. Okay. Keep moving forward here. Now those boxes that just spray bullets everywhere, those become an absolute pain in the neck as the game goes on. Particularly when you get into the future levels, they are just non-stop. Oh, it's alright, we can lose the Ed gun because there'll be another one up here in a second. Okay, that's down, and now, another Ed gun. That'll do. We've lost the laser rifle, but not to worry, we can get another one pretty soon in the future. Literally in the future, once we get to the Terminator outpost in the future timeline. Okay, so we're back in the OCP office now, and the power-ups have reset. So, that extra life that we saw a moment ago will still be here. And we can collect it again. Lovely. And little SWAT man here is going to come along and take another shot to the face. Now another directive for this level is to trash the OCP offices. So pretty much everything on the desks is destructible, as are the TV monitors. And there's a hostage. Don't know why the Terminators were taking hostages. Plot contrivance, I suppose. Okay, and through here. We're about halfway through the level now. So the fire rate of this Ed 209 gun really is just phenomenal. Ironic, he's far more efficient than Ed 209 ever was in the movies. There's an invincibility power up there that will be useful to us. In there, and we don't need that. That's the thing, when you've got good weapons, you have to be careful not to accidentally pick up the weaker weapons that will be deployed as you go through the game. Take out these monitors, because that's what they're there for. And we go through here. Rescue the hostage. Don't bother picking up the rocket launcher. Now, in a moment, we're going to come up against none other than Ed 209. But we're ready for him. Give him a taste of his own medicine, quite literally. Okay, and here he is, the man of the hour, or should I say the robot of the hour. Now what we have to do here is just kind of bunny hop and shoot, because his gun is positioned at such a height that you can't hit it directly with the Ed 209 gun. Oh dear. That's always the danger. There we go, and we can collect that now. Oh dear. But that's alright, because now he will take damage far more quickly. Now it's just his legs, which shouldn't take too much longer. And he's down. So with Ed 209 out the way, that is present day Detroit done, and we go on to the future. Which, at time of filming, is only 4 years from now, which is kind of scary when you think about it. So, obviously there's a lot more Terminators here, but not to worry, because we will be able to get a laser rifle in a moment. There's one hidden away about halfway through this level. Now those overhead rocks, you want to shoot them as soon as you see them, because if you try and walk under them, they'll do heavy damage when they fall on you. Okay. Energy was just starting to get a little bit low there, so that's good. And extra life there. Ah, this is a laser pistol. Almost as high a fire rate as the Ed 209 gun, but not anywhere near as powerful. You know, it does the job against regular enemies, but you're going to want something stronger for the bosses. Ed 209 is still the go-to weapon for bosses, without question. Here is jump over, take him down, and there's an invincibility which allows us to walk into the flames and get the extra life. Through this, not quite the exit yet though, so don't get too excited. up here. Invincibility will come in handy because it means we can just walk through here. And there's an extra life and full health. We got 2 extra lives there actually because we got another 10,000 points into the bargain. Satisfying sound effect that the R209 gun makes. You know, it's just simple but nice. It's a good sound. Although nothing beats the classic sort of a rumbling of Robocop's default gun, which is still faithfully recreated in this game. For all that gun is very, very weak compared to every other weapon, but still, you know, gets the job done. Take him out, and now we are almost, I think, at the point where we can get ourselves another rifle. Grab that before it hits the acid, or the fire, or whatever it is. Invincibility power up. Go up here, take this fella down, and behind him is the laser rifle. We're now on easy mode with Terminators. Oops. Not to worry. Down here is momentarily we will fight the boss. And even though the laser rifle is the most powerful weapon in the game, things are just easier with the R209 gun. Whatever the boss, just because of the sheer firepower of it. The R209 gun is basically a broken weapon. It is just so overpowered, but it's fun, especially just for a casual playthrough like this. We're not trying to break any records here, we're just trying to have some fun. Okay, Underground Complex. The most difficult level of the game in my opinion. But luckily, we only have to play about 60% of it, because there's the final secret level is later on in this same section. Take all these guys out. Oh, we don't need that, thank you. Oh dear, ah well. Still got the head gun, so that's alright. And there's another laser rifle in a moment anyway, just before we go into the secret level. Okay, we are cooking. Invincibility power up here. If we go over here, there's a full energy pack. Take out this red Terminator, who is a lot more dangerous than a regular one. Even with the laser rifle, he still takes about a dozen hits. Well, not a dozen, about half a dozen. And there's our laser rifle back. But when we're fighting red Terminators, it is actually more efficient to use the R209 gun again because it's so ridiculously overpowered. Now in here, this is our entrance to the secret level. We go up here, get the laser rifle, and in we go. The secret remote base. This is the final secret level of the game. So we are coming towards the end game now. And we want to have a lot of lives because the last boss is very, very bullet spongy. Back when I was younger, I once lost 32 lives on the last boss alone because I didn't quite know what you had to do to beat it, what weapon you were supposed to use. And I spent loads of time wasted blasting away with the laser rifle, thinking it was the most powerful gun in the game, but it's got a very low fire rate, so it's pretty much useless on bosses. Well, not useless, but it takes a lot longer than it would with the well, the Ed 209 gun that I keep going on about. Ooh, almost lost my head there. Grab that extra life. You know, there's lots of enemies on this level, but there's also lots of health to be had, so it's fair. It's, you know, it's reasonable. Oh, the laser pistol. This has very high fire rate, though it's not as powerful as the gun I'm using right now. But very good, and it also has a kind of a slightly higher hitbox because it's a pistol as opposed to a rifle or a machine gun. Okay, another extra life there, and up we go through here, and we're getting towards the latter half of the level now. Lots of goodies in here. Another extra life. And we will momentarily be fighting the boss. Remember that Robocop can shoot through walls with most of his guns, so if you can get directly under an enemy, then do it, because it will give you a clear shot. Oh dear, lost the Ed gun, but we've still got the rifle, that's okay. It's just going to make the latter part of this level slightly more difficult, but we can handle it. Basically stand here and fire, and then jump over those bullets as they come in. Like so. It'll take a while, but it's the best way to preserve health. And because this is a secret level, at the end of the next level we'll actually fight the same boss again. But it will be more difficult because the level layout won't make it as easy to dodge the bullets. You see what I mean about this laser rifle? It's a great weapon during the level, but on bosses it's just the fire rate is too low. But we'll get the job done. It'll just take a little while. It's a little bit tedious after a while, this, but just gotta stick with it. It won't take that much longer, hopefully. Oh, I'm taking some damage here. There we go, he's down. That's okay, and we're on to the penultimate level now. The wall to Skynet. Oh, sorry, not yet. Not the wall to Skynet yet. We've got one more level first. The underground bunker. I forgot about that. Quite a short level though, so it shouldn't take too long. Again, the Ed 209 gun would actually be a lot more effective on those guys. Being able to shoot through walls like that is very satisfying though. Really is a very well put together game, this. You know, the gameplay is simplistic, but it's fun. It's, you know, it does exactly what you want it to do. It's a Robocop game where you get to blast bad guys mercilessly. Did attract some controversy at the time though for the bloodiness of it all. But this was at a time, you know, it was about maybe a year or two after Mortal Kombat came out and gore was the thing. I think Doom was also just coming onto PC at that point as well, so they wanted to, you know, the Mega Drive couldn't handle Doom obviously, so they wanted to get some gory titles on there as well to create their own sort of niche. And Robocop vs Terminator was one of the titles that fit the bill, because it attracted fans of both franchises, and I think, you know, particularly Robocop, the first Robocop, and Robocop 2 especially, was really a very graphically violent movie, but in fact, personally I think a little bit too graphic in the case of Robocop 2, because it didn't have the same humour that the first Robocop did. The first Robocop is one of the best satirical movies ever made in my opinion, but the second one, it all just feels a bit over the top and a bit mean-spirited really. It's violence for violence's sake, and they go totally overboard with all the OCP sort of symbolism, which I won't say any more than that. Watch the film and you'll know exactly what I mean with the colours and patterns of the flags on the OCP building. Okay, another red Terminator, but first we're going to pick up this invincibility, because that way we can shoot him without him shooting us. Extra life. Down here is the boss. So we just want to keep on laser rifling him as fast as we can. He should be a bit quicker than the other boss, because I don't think he's got as big a damage pool. Downshift with my weapons there, and over we go. Oh dear, that was careless. Ah, we got plenty of lives, it should be fine. There we go, he's down. And we got an extra life, lovely. Right, now we're on to the penultimate level, the wall to Skynet. Okay. Okay, take these guys out. And this level is, well, it's almost like a sort of a Contra style bullet hell at this point. You just want to keep firing and moving through it as quickly as you can, and try and shed as few lives as you can, and try to keep your best weapon intact. Yeah, it's a bit mad, this level and the last level as well. Now those satellite dishes that you see scattered around, quite often if you shoot those, they'll have health power-ups in them, which are, of course, very, very helpful at this point. Flamethrower. Extra life. Oh, and another laser rifle. That's handy. This thing here, hopefully it won't be around for too long. There we go. And we're now about halfway through the level. A little over halfway actually. That is satisfying when you're on low health and you manage to just dodge the enemies long enough to reach the power-up. That's a good feeling. Okay, and we go through here. Oh dear, I've lost one of my rifles, but that's alright. Shoot this fellow. Another little spider thingy. I think that was a mini-boss in one of the other Terminator games as well. Might have been Terminator 2, the arcade game. Can't remember the name of that spider creature, but I think it was some kind of hunter-killer. And there's our extra life again. I like the way this game approaches difficulty. They give you plenty of extra lives, but at the same time, you are just getting bombarded with enemies constantly, so you're going to need them. Okay, on to the boss. And again, it's the same boss that we fought in the secret remote base. So, same pattern, albeit it's a little bit more difficult to time the jumps, but his health pool is much smaller, I was going to say, but he wouldn't let me finish my sentence. Right, we're on to the last level now. The Skynet core. Defeat the Skynet boss. Again, we're going to take damage, we're going to lose lives here, we just got to plow through it. It's the last level, it's Chaosincarnate. You just have to keep going and hope for the best. And besides, with this many enemies and an extra life every 10,000 points, you're not going to lose that badly, hopefully. Another laser rifle, excellent. This entire level is basically just a warm-up for the last boss. It's, you know, it's one of the most linear levels in the entire game. Because it is just plowing through as many Terminators as you have to in order to get to the boss. The entire point of this level. Oh, almost lost my laser rifle there. Just managed to switch out at the last minute. And you gotta watch here because in previous levels those overhead turrets would sometimes drop energy or even an extra life, but in this level they drop bombs and mines, so yeah. And we're almost there. Right, now we want to get an head gun here if we can. There we go. So this is the last boss, Skynet. It's basically just a Terminator head, and what you have to do is just keep firing with the head gun, just jumping and firing. And you'll know you're doing damage because as he takes more damage, those bomb projectiles that he's throwing out you will get more rapid and the patterns will get more sporadic. But as I said, you start shedding lives pretty quickly here because of the sheer volume of damage that he does. Right, that's a good sign. That's a good sign because he usually spits one of those out when he's about halfway through his damage cycle. Oh, there's another one. Oh dear. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. I've just made my first big mistake. But, on the plus side, this weapon is excellent for crowd control. Not so much damage. Right, this is better because it has the higher fire rate. You notice those projectiles are really coming out at a fair old clip now. He's not got long to go. Which is just as well because I am losing plenty of lives here. Won't be long now. Yeah. I think this is almost at its final form now. You look at the speed of those things coming out. Thought that was it for a moment, but not quite. Keep firing. As I said, this last boss is very, very bullet spongy, but he's almost done. Yeah. nearly done. Gotta keep firing. Oh, I thought that was it for a second. This is getting stupid now, the amount of time this is taking. And I'm actually starting to worry about my life count now. Oh, this is maddening. Come on now, I'm actually starting to get sore fingers here with the trigger happiness. Wow. We're into single digits on lives now. This is, as we say in Glasgow, squeaky bum time. Oh, an extra life. That's good. Ah! Okay. Not really what we're looking for, but I'll take it. The projectile seems to have slowed up a bit now, which is not quite sure what that means. Oh, there we go now. And we've got the head gun back. Now we can do some proper damage. We get two of them now. Yeah, only a matter of seconds left now until this is over. And we've got him. Bye bye, Skynet. Yep, twirl your gun, Robocop, you've earned it. And now we have the ending. So, by taking out Skynet, we stopped the Terminator invasion from happening in the first place. History has been altered. New time-space matrix has been formed. I think that's what they tried to do in Terminator 2, but then they realised they had a franchise on their hands and they wouldn't let it go, unfortunately. Have you found all the secret levels? Yes, we have. Thank you very much. So, that wraps up today's playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This was a nice wee trip down memory lane for me. Great game. Bit simplistic, but in a good way. And yes, please stay tuned here on Tartan Samurai Gaming. Much more coming soon. Playthroughs uploaded every day. Like, share, subscribe, all the usual nonsense. And I will see you next time.